Hello everyone and welcome back to more Elder Scrolls Online. Been quite a while since I recorded this. I don't remember exactly what I was doing, but coming over towards the Outlaws Refuge because I saw that I have stolen things I need to take care of. I accidentally did the next step in this quest, the Wizard's Tome. I'm supposed to close this book. Well, let's get a refresher on what this even was. Wizard Valdem Andrin in Davin's watch told me his apprentice has stolen his spellbook. I offered to help him, but there's a problem. To punish him for previous theft, the wizard changed the wording rune on the book. Bleh. I found the unfortunate apprentice. He's trapped in the ward on the spellbook. To break the spell, I should chant one of the two incarnations, Arcade's Beard or Eyes of Akatosh. Magical inscriptions swirl across the cover of this spellbook. Two stand out, Eyes of Akatosh and Arcade's Beard. I don't think there's necessarily a right or wrong answer to this. There's a Let's Play I watched, I think the guy actually said that there is no right or wrong answer. So apparently either one would actually work, but Akatosh was like the one that gave us the whole Dragonborn thing, so let's go with Eyes of Akatosh. Maybe there's a right or wrong answer, because he just turned into a chicken. I don't remember what I chose in my original playing of this, but I don't recall him turning into a chicken, so I might have chose the other one. That's pretty damn amusing. I'll run down here real quick and take care of selling our stolen stuff and laundering what we want to keep. Oh yeah, that was a good start to the episode, right guys? Turn the guy into a chicken.
I'll move hot goods for you, but my...
I do have new mods since last time. I know people are gonna spit and scream at me because, oh my god, I called them mods! They're add-ons! There's a big difference! I had somebody get after me in zone chat one time for calling them mods because, oh my god, mods are different. Because add-ons can't change like the core stuff of the game or whatever. He yelled at me. I was like, mods, add-ons, same difference, basically. But no, they wanted to be a stickler. Like, oh my god, no, there's a difference. Because you can't change the core elements of the game or whatever with add-ons. It's like, dude, seriously. Mods we have for Skyrim do some of the same things that the add-ons that we have for ESO do, like changing user interface and all that good stuff. But if we look at my list, I've deactivated Crafting Writ Assistant because it is seriously out of date. From looking at the website all these mods come from, which I can't recall offhand, but if you downloaded Minion, you've been there. It's almost a year that this add-on has not been updated. From August to be a year. So replacing it, I got both Dolubon's Lazy Writ Creator, as well as Craft Store, the fixed and improved version. Just the original version of that. It's been discontinued. I think I also have another, like, actual update thing for this, but it doesn't actually show on the list. Probably because it's just improve that or whatever. I tested both of them separately on my main character and together with doing my daily writs, and I like the combination of the two, because the craft store, I really like what it does with the provisioning menu. When you go to make any provisioning stuff, I really like that menu. It separates everything by category and much better, and I like the way it looks. But this one, Lazy Writ Creator, has some things in it that are pretty nice too, and they seem to kind of complement each other. When I am just doing a regular writ, I'll try to show you guys. So I also got Furniture Preview, which I don't know if I actually want that on all the time. It's so you can always get that preview option, like when you're actually in your house, you can preview furniture, see what it looks like before you put it down. Well, that add-on allows you to do that anytime you if you're looking to buy something from somebody's guild store or whatever, you can actually see what it looks like before you buy it. And it works with the actual blueprint for it as well. And just a little while ago I added Mail R because I got a message from somebody. I asked like in zone chat for I think I was in Glembora, on my main character. When I asked in zone chat, I also asked in 2 of my guilds if anyone had any suggestions for crafting writ type mods, because crafting writ assistant is way outdated, and I actually ended up getting a master writ yesterday, which was created long after this mod had last been updated, and every time I would open any crafting station, I would get UI errors. So it did not like me having that at all. And so, I was asking, and they replied in a message, apparently, perhaps after I had gotten offline. So I installed Mailer to be able to easily reply. It adds, when you go into your messages here, it adds a forward and reply button, which you can bind. I have not, because it's like I can just click on these. I don't need a shortcut to get to that. Let's see, what is this guy? Oh, actually, I think this is just the quest, the housing quest, yeah. Have I talked to him?
If you're here about the property, you'll need to return later. I'm dealing with some unforeseen complications.
No, we might as well grab this. What seems to be the problem?
Until recently, Bulag Idolus was my tenant. When I learned she used my property to run a skooma operation, she broke into my office and absconded with the deed. Without it, the guard does nothing. They don't believe I own the place. It's a total loss.
Anything I can do to help?
Yes, you can. I can't have the place tarnishing my good name. If you recover the deed and key, I'll sign it over to you. Bulag Idolus had a falling out with her old partner, Zugagrath, I think. Try finding him wherever scum accumulates in town.
I'll look for Zulukareth in the nearest outlaw's refuge. Yeah, that's just the housing quest, so you can get started.
Your valuables are safe with us.
As you can see now, I have a preview icon for these. Oh, but my bank is full of course, but I can put away that repair kit. What quest were we doing? Stone Falls. Wizard Tome. Where do we have to go for that? Wait, it's actually like right next to us.
Is it true their soldiers drink the blood of infants?
I don't know who you're talking about, but I'm sure they don't. Hello.
Enthis once wanted a spell to make people taller and heavier. He said it would give us parity in dealing with the Nords. He's an idiot. A thieving idiot.
Oh, the weird ass shit that people talk about in zone chat. Looks like I need to fix something with this because it's still transparent when I mouse over it. Here's your book back. It turned your apprentice into a chicken.
Ah! My spell book. Excellent. If you're hungry later, come back. I have a delightful recipe for roast chicken.
Oh boy, we're going to eat him too? Got apprentice leggings. Our legs are actually light armor and these are much better, so score. And 133 magic recovery as well, nice. Thank you very much, don't mind if I do, sir. This is also another thing that the add-on adds, the craft store, where it has my name in purple. It's telling me how many of that item I have, which is real nice for like when you're getting ingredients. It'll tell me right in that pop-up how many I have, so when you're looting stuff, that comes in mighty handy. And one thing I did want to do, because we do have 2 skill points, I don't want to spend both of them, but I do want to pick up Persuasive Will. I don't want to use both my points on these kind of things right now, so when we get another skill point, I want to get Intimidating Presence, because you do want to pick those up early on. So they do come in very, very handy. Questing. Because there are a lot of things where you won't be able to get certain outcomes if you don't have those, or you'll have to do extra steps, or if there's like multiple people you can talk to for that particular quest. If you don't have the ability to persuade or intimidate, you have to like keep on going through people or do it in a different way, so you do want to pick those up as early as you can. Oh, let's see, what else do we have? Oh, yeah, in my mods I also, as you probably saw down here, I used to use Quest Map, but that doesn't actually show you where to pick up the quest. It had like several different markers for the same quest. I'm assuming it's like different steps of that quest. So I've replaced it with destinations. Now destinations, as you saw when I was on my filters, all these that say dest, it adds a ton of things. I don't really use all of those, but I do allow it to show me all the points of interest. That way I don't miss things, because I've said it before, I've missed things, and on my main I haven't even done this world boss here because I didn't know it was there. I mean, it's like off in the middle of nowhere on this little island here. I did go up once I had destinations and saw like, oh, I missed a world boss there. I went over there to do it. It's like a bunch of those giant, like, weird bug things. We'll see them as we have venture on here, but it's like a whole big group of them. And I was like, well, there's nobody around. Well, maybe if I like come off over here on the side and just attack one, I could like pick them up one at a time. No. Doesn't work that way. If you attack one, the whole group aggroes on you. But one thing I have turned on for my other character is the Werewolf Shrines. Because I have her as a werewolf, but either one of those I don't think is too spoilery. Unless there's also a marker that will show you where werewolves and vampires spawn, because the like normal way for you to become a werewolf or vampire is you need to fight NPCs that are them and get bitten or scratched by them to get the disease, and then you get a quest. But that sounds like a pain because I only spawn at night. You stand around in there and wait and wait and wait. And from things I've read, I don't know if it's still that way, but there'd be like a bunch of people like fighting over them. And some people will be jerks and actually kill them, and then they can't infect more people. But I actually found somebody in one of my guilds who was kind enough to come to a werewolf shrine that was in the rift, and she bit me. But other than that, the main thing I use is the quest. And the quest giver pins, you turn that on, and it will show you a pin for each quest giver, which is really handy. But for the Let's Play's sake right now, I will keep that turned off. But before we leave an area, before we're like ready to leave an area, I'll turn it on just to make sure we haven't missed anything. We don't have a ton of quests. Looks like Quiet the Ringing Bell is the only one we currently have, which is way over there. We have one to find American Aleph over here, and of course we have the start of the main quest line over here. Public dungeon. Oh, right, that's for, I guess, a DLC area. I definitely need to fix that. That's really weird. Anyway, when you see people asking PC for such and such item, they want the master merchant price check. And what is up with the transparency? That is much better. Still, the bottom of it still seems a little weird. And this is like completely transparent up here. I'll have to look at that a little later.
I beg of you.
Looks like there's a quest giver in this building, or is it like back behind here? Well, let's go into the watch house and I'll quickly find out.
Could I get a Sujama over here?
I don't know, can you?
I bring an urgent message from Rhea Opacarius, Chief Oracle of the Twilight Queen Azura.
Okay. What does the Oracle of Azura want?
Best discuss that with Rhea. Too many eyes and ears here. She awaits you in the Cloudy Dregs Inn in Wayrest.
Fair enough, I'll meet Rhea in Wayrest. That's quite possibly DLC as well? Question mark. Oh, look, that person that was in here didn't steal the hell out of all this stuff. Dad, don't mind if I do. But, you know, it always just bugs me if they'll leave, like, quests ungotten. Even if, you know, it's not for this zone or anything, so it's like I'm not gonna do it right now, but just at least pick it up, because otherwise you end up forgetting about it. That one I really don't want to do, but the marker is just bugging the crap out of me. If I just talk to you, oh my goodness, quiet you.
If you have a letter from the Forge Mother, then you've come to the right place. And we don't even care that you're one of those Nord-loving, lizard-liking, preening like a dark elf, card-carrying members of the Ebonheart Pact. No offense.
Oh, well, as long as you say no offense, then none taken, right? Yes, I received a letter from Orsinium.
And here I am, all the way from the icy nethers of Hrothgar, to officially welcome you and transport you to Orsinium. Of course, I'm also supposed to make sure you're willing to do a little hard work. There's no room for shirkers on my wagon.
Shirker? What do you need me to do?
I sent a caravan full of food and supplies to Orsinium. Once there, everything will be distributed to the outlying clans to help them make it through the winter. The caravan's slow. I want you to catch up with it and see it safely to the city.
How do I find this caravan?
The caravan should have just entered Hrothgar territory. I can take you as far as the entry gates, but you'll have to make it from there on your own. This is important. If those supplies don't reach the city, the smaller clans don't stand a chance.
Tell me more about this caravan.
With so many resources diverted to rebuild the city of Orsinium or to fend off Reachman invaders, the smaller clans haven't prepared for the coming winter. For many orcs, the supplies on that caravan could mean the difference between life and death.
You're rebuilding the city of Orsinium?
Well, not me personally, but yes. Orsinium is going to be grander and more magnificent than any previous version of the city. King Kurog has invited artisans and merchants from all over Tamriel to help with the effort, not just adventurers like you.
And who's Forge Mother Helga?
That's the king's beloved mother. The king is too busy waging war and cracking skulls to be bothered with sending invitations. He leaves all the administrative details to the Forge Mother. She's very good at such things.
You mentioned Reachman invaders.
Invaders from the Reach, the Winterborn. They're following a mad warlord named Yorfon Iceheart on some insane quest to take our land. But we're not going to let that happen. We've got something the Reachmen don't. A secret weapon. Our Achater.
What's an Achater?
What's an Achater? The big animal next to me. That's an Achater. Don't you have them around here? Sweet things, really.
No, definitely
We use them
not.
for all sorts of things. Transportation, pack animals, beasts of burden. They even make delicious cheese.
I'm not gonna ask. I'm still not sure why I received this invitation.
I can't get into too many details because I don't really know myself. I'm sure it has something to do with rebuilding the city of Orsinium, getting the clans in line, and dealing with the Reach invaders. It's kind of hectic in Hrothgar right now.
Why doesn't King Kurog ask the Daggerfall Covenant for help?
That's complicated. Well, no, not really. Kurog saved Emmerich's arse during Ranser's war, and we do our part for the Alliance. But there's no way we're letting Covenant forces get anywhere near Orsinium. This situation requires a more personal touch.
More personal than Kurog's allies?
Who sacks Orsinium every time we rebuild it? The Bredons and the Red Guard. Sure, we're allies now, but how long is that going to last? So the king put it in writing. No Breton or Redguard armies in Hrothgar. Ever. Says so in the treaty.
Nice, but we are not going there. I just wanted to get that quest marker out of our face. Oh, that's unfortunate. The chat window's not completely disappearing. You can still see the top of it there. I think things are kind of bugging out or something. This part of the chat window. Yeah, because it's like these parts of the chat window are acting like they're not part of the chat window. Like, that's cute. So let's see, what do we want to actually do? This is probably the closest thing to do with the main quest here. And then maybe we can pop over and find Merrick and Ayla. But I think that will just wrap that up here, and the next episode we will go do the main quest.
All right, all right.
Thank you all for watching.